Morning. We're back in the darkroom for another day and another talk about another picture. In the early 80s, I was privileged enough to spend an afternoon with Yousuf Karsh in his Montreal atelier. I had driven 400 miles out of my way to go visit him, and he very graciously invited me in to show my examples of my photographs. After a half hour with my prints scattered across the floor and his comments here and his comments there, all of which were very interesting, the door burst open and a bubble-headed blonde tiptoed in with her stiletto heels across the prints. I looked in awe. She said, Mr. Karsh, we were together at Dr. Steinberg's the other day, and you said you would sign my books for me, and I brought them in and dropped them off, and can I pick them up? He looks at me and he says, "Excuse me, Mr. Asherman, excuse me, Mrs. Asherman," stands up, walks to the other room, comes back like a little Jewish lady holding her new challah, hands her the books. "Oh, thank you, Mr. Karsh, thank you," and out the door. I looked at him. I was totally stunned. I said, "Karsh, you are the greatest romantic portrait photographer of the 20th century. You photographed anyone and everyone, kings and queens, and everyone who was anyone." I said, "How the hell do you deal with this?" He sat up, gave his vest a little Picard kind of twerk, and said, "Mr. Asherman, the taller you stand, the lower you bow." And I recognized that I was in the presence of God.